Hi, good day. Welcome to my channel, Tragedy and Beauty. In my last video, I actually showed orbs um, at a wedding and just the size. I mean, being so big, right? Compared to what we're used to seeing on screens as littler ones, smaller. And like I said before, I think the bigger ones are the direct families that are with you. And I think they're the ones that are actually looking after you. They're around you whenever you need them. But the little orbs will also come if you call on them because they're your distant relatives usually. The only reason I think that is the case is because I have recognized scents that come with them and their position on a patient. And it's them that kind of lets me know after working for years with these, um, I no longer am afraid. I understand. And the more you become used to them, the more they come. Not always, all the time, but mostly when you're worried, you're upset. And what they're doing, I think, is coming to calm you down, to give you a big hug, to say, we're here, we love you, and see if they can be of some help somewhere. And a lot of them come with smells, and it can be their favorite fragrance. It could be their favorite flower. It could be something that they use to wash their clothes with, but it's usually a scent. Sometimes it's, especially with men, sometimes it's a cigar or a pipe, which is a total different smell than a flower, right? And that's their way of letting you know. There's a difference when I see a darker shadow versus a light shadow, and I think that's the time of day. I did find that in the afternoon, perhaps, if you were to take a picture outside, I don't think you'd necessarily catch them. I don't, on camera, I don't think I've ever done that. I've tried, but I can't seem to get anything. However, when the sun is going down and it's becoming just a little darker, the white orbs will show. If you're looking out at a black sky with stars and something looks like it's there, go ahead and flash your camera or your phone and check it out later when lighting's good and see if you do have orbs or anybody. Now remember that they're here for everybody. So if they're distant and don't seem to be doing anything but, floating around, they could be somebody else's orbs, not necessarily yours, but yours are always around you. So in your house, in your garden, in your car, sometimes they're with you at work, and sometimes if you open up your mind, you may be able to feel the touch that they give you. And at first, I found it kind of scary because I didn't know what it was. But over time, a lot of time, I opened my mind up to if that's my grandfather or my mom or my dad, you know, and I can feel the warmth when they touch me. I knew they were good. They were there for me. And usually it was a time when I was down or depressed or worried or just things weren't going very well, or I didn't know where the next nickel was going to come from. It was that type of thing. And eventually I learned that uh, I would either feel it on my neck, my arms, a piece of skin that's exposed usually. One of the ones, and they usually come, by the way, with their own signature. I've read a lot, viewed a lot, and apparently they do come with their type of signature to say, hey, that was me. Okay, well, if you're really going to open up to the orbs and to the feelings and things that can help you in this world, then you've got to kind of keep your mind open and not say, well, that's crap. Like who said they're going to come for me? No, this is a thing. This is obvious. And these are things I've worked with, like I said, for years in the hospitals and other settings. And by keeping your mind open, it's not that you're thinking about them all the time. But when you feel bad, or you need an answer, or you need a call, these are the things that they can manifest for you from where they are. So it's one of those things that sometimes they gave you the hint. Now, you could be doing something, I don't know, baking a cake, I guess. And for some odd reason, wham, you get something in your head, and it's almost like a little message that goes, the phone's going to ring. It's going to be your sister. And you've wanted to talk to her for a long time, for example. Well, when the phone rings in seconds or minutes and you pick it up, Lord and behold, it's her. If it's your brother, then it's him. And you almost get a little chilly feeling, and it's like, thank you. Like, obviously, somewhere that manifests itself in the spirit knowing you need a chat. You feel lonely, you really want that chat. And somehow, God willing, they make it happen. So that is a big one, is trying to keep your mind clear for what happens. The other thing I like to mention is watch your dreams, because sometimes if you can, everybody can remember their dreams, by the way. It's a matter of locking in on them and talk to the person in the dream. Many times there are dreams that I have had over many years, and I had to go to kind of like a guru to explain that, because it's like, funny, I went to him and I just said, look, I have mirrors in my dreams a lot, like every night, and I don't know what that is. And he just thought about it for a minute and he said, are they on your left shoulder or your right? And I had to think about it. I went, okay, they're kind of like on my right shoulder. I can see over my right shoulder in the dream. And he said, a big change is coming. They're getting you to look forward into what's going to happen. Don't look back, look forward. And I was like, oh, okay. Ever since I had that dream, and that was many years ago, and I asked him about it, um, once he explained it to me, I was like, okay, so there is something to dreams. And he said, yes. When spirits want to connect with you in the next realm, they actually come with themselves and speak to you in your dreams. And I was like, okay, I'll watch for those. And eventually I started watching, and I started making a journal every time I could remember a dream. And sometimes they weren't really worthy of writing down because they're just simple dreams. But things like an accident, plane going down, changing the place where you live, maybe three little friends, maybe some kittens, puppies, things like that in your dream. And you can read your book of dreams kind of and take a look and see what's happening. A lot of that comes to light eventually when you're open to it, and you'll see, yeah, three kitties. It's either going to be three live kitties or new kitties. It might be somebody has kitties for adoption, or somebody's pregnant and they're going to have triplets, for example. So you begin to become aware that in your dreams also, souls will enact with you and try to show you the way. I mean, they're there especially trying to let you know that they're there. They try to make it known. But if they can't grab your attention and hold your attention, sometimes it's easier for them to come in the dreams and speak to you there. Because sometimes you will wake up and you will be like, I had a dream about, my aunt, and she wasn't doing so good. It may be the signal that your aunt, your favorite aunt, is not doing quite well, and nobody bothered to tell you yet because nobody knows what's happening. even though it could be her heart, and maybe she won't be here in a couple of days. It might be that she has to have heart surgery. So these are things that, after a while you get used to seeing, and you start wondering, okay, is that going to happen? Should I do something about it? Usually it's just a little sign that says be aware. And I go with the be awares. And it doesn't hold me back from doing anything at all. And it shouldn't hold you back. But it is to make you aware there's something else going on that totally you've not recognized, or something that they feel you would want to know. And I'm going to end there today. So if you like the channel and you like to subscribe, that would be amazing. That would be wonderful. It sure would help me out. And I will continue to post probably every Saturday. So my stuff will be here. Okay. And thank you that joined me again today. It's beautiful. I really appreciate that. Okay. Thank you and have a good weekend. Hi, it's Pauline. And